Stadium, and we have got ourselves a game on deck today. We have the VI Raiders in town to face off against your Langley Rams. Introducing the officials for today's matchup: Mr. Sandy Baines, referee; Ed Jarrett, umpire; Nigel Bush, ball Tyrus Hawking, Rob Fair, head linesman; and Deepak Sharma, the line judge. The clown here saying, make some noise for your boys. Welcome to the field, your Langley Rams! Introducing our 2018 Rams graduates. First year graduates joined the Rams this season out of the UBC Thunderbirds program, and that's been a key addition to this team. Number 26, A.J. Blackwell. Coming to the Rams this season out of the Calgary Colts program, Javon is one of the most feared and skilled receivers in the CJFL and has a bright future playing at the next level. Number 15, Javon Katoy. Joining the Rams this season on the Simon Fraser football program and the former Centennial Centaur. He has been a welcome addition to this football club. Number 31, J.P. Callambay. Big number 99 joined the Rams this season at UBC and has been opposing quarterbacks running for the Lions ever since. Remember his name as you'll likely hear from him for years. Number 99, Charles Noye. Second-year starter, joining the Rams last season in the SFU football program and quickly established himself as a big hitter and vocal leader of this club. Number 35, Cam Cross. Joining the Rams 3 years going on the VI Raiders program, he has been an offensive anchor and leader every season. Number 62, Yanniano. Our 4-year starter out of Terry Fox Secondary, he's been a steady and reliable DB for this club. Number 3, Paul Tejanoya. This character 4 years Ram player has been one of the most versatile athletes this program has ever seen, with the ability to step in almost every position on the field when needed. Number 11, Stephen McGarry. Tough Langley has spent the last 4 years running over BCFC defenders out of the Rams backfield. Joseph will be missed for his dedication to the football club, his perseverance, and his leadership skills. Number 27, Joe Carter. The only 5-year graduate. This departure marks the end of an amazing Angletto era. Nick will be missed for his speed, character, leadership, and his family. Number 80, Nick Angletto. At this time, I'm asking you to please rise, remove your hats, caps, and helmets, and introducing Miss Mackenzie Duffel for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, it all God keep a land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on God for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on God for thee.
It's Mackenzie Duffel with my all-time favorite song, Oh Canada, and it means it's time to play some football here from McLeod Athletic Park in the township of Langley, British Columbia. Welcome to BCFC TV, powered by Treeland Remax. Jake Ellie with you, flying solo today as my man Justin Morissette off on assignment and unable to make the football game here this afternoon from McLeod. A beautiful sunny day, sunny afternoon, and a little chilly out there. Wind is gusting about, but perfect football weather here for an October afternoon clash between the Vancouver Island Raiders and the Langley Rams. Both teams 5-3, and this one a big one here between these two clubs. A home playoff game essentially on the line here between the Rams and the Raiders this afternoon. As go back to August 18th when these two teams met for the first time this season, and the Rams letting a big lead slip away in that one, as they fall 35-34 to the Raiders. And we'll look for some redemption here on their home field today, as the Rams will wear their blues with the white helmets. Raiders will be in the whites with red and black helmets. And a number of the boys sporting some pink down there in honor of Cancer Awareness Month here in October as well. So I mentioned 5-3 for both these clubs coming into this one. Langley coming off an impressive victory over the Broncos a week ago. And the hottest team in the BCFC right now, winners of their last 4 football games. And the Raiders, they're coming off a defeat at the hands of the Okanagan Sun, 47-31, the final in that one. And these two teams with 2 games left. Raiders will play the Huskers next week at Caledonia, and the Rams will head up the Coquihalla to take on the Kamloops Broncos, the winless Broncos, in the final game of the season. So all is not lost here for Langley's. You imagine Valley and the Raiders will have a pretty good contest next week. But if the Rams want to take care of business, this is the game that they need to win in order to secure a home playoff date, as you would think they'll get past Kamloops in the final regular season game a week from today. Captains have got their instructions from the officials, and it'll be Vancouver Island to kick it off.
Kicking out from his 45, number 83, Eli Nelms.
Eli Nelms Horton will do the place kicking here.
Number 5, Joe Klassen. And number 2,
Klassen back deep to receive the kick, standing at his 6-yard line. Tee it up, kick it off. Let's play some football. And Klassen bobbles the reception, then boots it into his own end zone. And now he's got to bring it out as he touched that ball outside the goal line and gets tackled rather quickly at the 11-yard line. So a bit of an auspicious start here for Langley, as Klassen didn't handle the opening kickoff cleanly, and Langley will start deep in their own zone. Javon Katoy back in the Langley lineup, as he did not play last week against Kamloops for the big, lanky, wide receiver, and they'll welcome number 15 back into their lineup, along with his 8 touchdowns in tow, as Duncan Little, number 10 here for Langley, will work up under center for this opening drive. As he's got Maximilian Joseph, the lone tailback. Here's the snap, here's the pitch. Running right for Joseph, looking for a block on the edge as they string it out. And pretty good job there by the Raider defense to limit that game to maybe 1. And I'll actually mark it down, no gain there for Joseph, as Good pursuit to the football there from the Raiders. Strung that one right out. Just couldn't quite get that key block out on the edge there for Joseph, and it'll bring up 2nd and long here for Langley. They'll work from the right hash mark this time as they break the huddle. They'll put 2 in the backfield this time. 4 receivers. It's Catoy in the slot to this near wide side. Usually goes in motion. Looks like Catoy across the line early, but now he's going to get the out pattern here. Got to make a man miss. Does that. Still on his feet as he brings it across the 25-yard line out to the 26. Yeah, it's a first down for Langley. And a conversion on 2nd down. Looked like Catoy might have gone across the line a little early on that 5-yard out. But you match him up one-on-one with any defensive back in this league, and I like the chances for number 15 to make the play. And he did on that one as he gets a fresh set of downs here for the Rams. Put it on the 27 on the left hash mark this time for Little as he lays Catoy onto his right shoulder. Hard count, hand off. Off tackle, Joseph sidesteps a man, stiff arms another out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And that's a 13-yard gain for number 2. Stares down the Raider bench after that good game. And you heard it there from first down, Joe. That's a fresh set for the Langley Rams 2 minutes into this first quarter. Drive starting back on the 12-yard line now, out across to the 41-yard line. Good opening drive here for Langley. See if they can keep it going here on 1st and 10. Little up under center again. He's got Aguiletto in motion. Check it, that's Boulanger. Everybody to the line. Here's that pitch play again for Joseph at the point of attack. And still on his feet as he drives ahead for about 6. Better blocking up front by that offensive line from Langley. As really the change started to happen for the Rams. When Catoy went down earlier in the season, they decided to move Joseph, who was been effective at the wideout position and tailback, but once they moved number 2 into the backfield was really when this Rams ground attack started to take shape. As he'll come out for this play after a good hard run. It's 2nd and about 4 here. As Little with an eye formation, 3 receivers to the near wide side. They'll start the line. Here's a handoff. It's Carter trying to pick his way through, and he's stopped for no gain. Yeah, it looks like the Raider defense will get off the field. Good open field tackle there in the hole. Made by Tyler Hibbert. And out comes the punting team, and that's of significance here this afternoon as Matthias Bueno no longer with the club. Reports coming in that Matthias has gone home. And it looks like Javon Catoy is going to handle punting duties. Look for Sheelan to handle the kickoff and field goal attempts, but it's going to be the wide receiver, Javon Catoy, to handle punting duties here with Bueno, who is regarded as one of the top kickers, the other probably here in Vancouver, for Vancouver Island, the other. Now let's see how number 1 punt goes. It is a skying kick. Drives it to the 20, a high one brought in by Braun. And he'll lower his head, gets to the 25, no further. Get downfield tackling there from Langley. As they stack it up quickly, James Spencer making the play. And that was a high kick there from Javon Catoy. Not the greatest technique, but got the job done and flips field position here for Langley as they, remember now, stir that drive way back at their own 12-yard line. And now the Raiders on their first possession. Score in the second. For Jake LeBerge and company will start from the 26-yard line. Rhett Williams. A wide receiver screen and a good tackle out on the edge quickly there. Kyle Clarat making the play as he often does. And doing that one on the short side of the field. The last year's Rookie of the Year in the BCFC on the defensive side of the football. So they'll give him about 4 on that game. Brings up a 2nd and 6 here from the right hash mark. LeBerge will play action. Rolls out. He's got room to run if he wants it. And he'll head for the Raiders sideline and picks up enough for a first down. Good read there from the Raider quarterback. Yes, LeBerge 122 for 231 on the season. Close to 2,100 yards. 18 touchdowns for LeBerge to go along with 11 interceptions. And he has been good for the Raiders all season long. And picks up a first down for his VI Raiders, and the line of scrimmage is the 39-yard line. A wishbone formation. Now Braun will clear out. And it's a handoff. And good cut there. Knocked him down quickly.
Also outside, number 31 on the hand of Andre Goulbourne.
There was Goulbourne on the carry. He is slow to get back up. I believe that's Goulbourne that's down right now. No, it's an offensive lineman. In fact, in Traveler that's slow to get up. And I think a flag, that's come out of Claret's paraphernalia, and the lineman Traveler down on his backside here at the 40-yard line as he gets attended to. After a little limited gain, as Rhett Williams has been the man to carry the rock here for the Raiders for the last few years for Vancouver Island. He's got 682 yards rushing so far this year, but it was Goulbourne on the carry there. But Rhett Williams, close to 100 yards per game on the ground for the Raiders this season, and you did not see him warming up, and we'll have to check if number 24 has in fact made the trip. He is over there, yes. I do see him on a knee down on the Raiders sideline. Does not have his helmet on, though, and you wonder whether his action will be limited today, and if 24 can't go for the Raiders here this afternoon, that'll be a big loss for them. 2nd and 6, and LeBears to throw, looks deep. Down this near sideline, this man got a step and sliding. Are they going to call that a catch? They will at the 45-yard line. Deep North Randy sliding on his knees to stay in bounds there. And a looping ball from LeBears will give the Raiders a first down. All the way down to the Rams' 45-yard line. As they convert on 2nd and long and move the chains into Langley territory now.
Receiver for the Raiders, he'll move the ball down the Rams.
Can't replay, and that is a very questionable catch completion call there from the officials. There's Goulbourne, fumbled the football. Langley's got it. They pick it up, and they'll hang on to it as well. And it's Rams football off the turnover as Goulbourne just dropped it. Not exactly sure what happened as Brendan Coles on the recovery. There was no contact there. That was just a drop. Very good job to protect the football after picking that one up. And the Rams defense does the job and comes off the field and lets Duncan Little and the Rams offense come back on. And Stewart split wide to this near side. Here's the snap. Little to throw on first down over the middle. Katoy with the catch. Flag comes in. And I think we might get a holding call as it comes in the Langley backfield. And what a luxury and weapon it is just to have number 15 to chuck the ball to whenever you feel like it. He's just bigger, stronger, faster than everybody out there. And I don't know if there's a defensive back in this league that's going to be able to cover number 15. But it is a penalty call against Langley that will back them up. It'll be 1st and 20 now as they'll move this one 10 yards back. Spot it down just shy of the 42. So an aggressive play call on first down ends up in a holding call. And now Little shift the formation to the right. 4-man front here for the Raiders. Here's Little to throw, big drop. They set up the screen. It's to Joseph. He'll turn the corner up the sideline. And knocked down at the 55. Took a shot there in front of the Raiders bench. Gets a good chunk of yardage back. Give him close to 13 on the gain. And Joseph down slow to get up. He really took a pop at the end of that play. And remains down just in front of the Raiders sideline. Not sure if it was a situation where he got the wind knocked out of him or maybe something more serious than that. But might have been a little wiser just to step out of bounds after forward progress was going to be impeded. And he got hit hard at the end of that play and continues to roll around in pain here. It kind of looked like one of those hits that just maybe knocked the wind out of him. And, it's not a serious injury, but man, can that ever be a scary feeling when you get the wind knocked out of you. You're just gasping, trying to get wind back into your lungs, and you can't do it. And They pop the helmet off him, they lay him on his back here, and we've seen Joseph go down a couple of times throughout this year and been able to continue in games. But he will have to come out for this next play for sure, which will be about a 2nd and 8 when play resumes. But right now, all the attention on Maximilian Joseph right in front of the Raiders bench. And that's probably the last place you want to pick up an injury as a football player, right in front of the opposing team's bench. Not that there's any chirping or anything going on down there, but that can hurt your pride a little bit as well. Again, Joseph just laying motionless really on his back right now, taking his time. And his 3-4 trainers surround him, and I'm not exactly sure what part of the body they're working on down there. Maybe it may be down near his ankle. While they work on Max Joseph, I can let you know if you want to be interactive during the broadcast here, folks, you can do so via Twitter. You can always find me, and Twitter box is always open. Twitter.com/PXP, the number 4 sports. PXP for sports is where you can find me as Joseph pops back up on a bit of a leap towards the Rams sideline. Walking under his own power here. See if number 2 able to continue in this game. They'll miss him if Joseph cannot continue, but he's walking up. I would expect to see him back in before too long. He will come out for at least a play here, as Langley will be staring at a 2nd and 7 right on the midfield stripe at the 55. 8:12 to go here, scoreless between the Rams and the Raiders. These two 5-3 teams in the second game of the head-to-head here. 35-34, the final over on August the 18th. All right, back underway, clock running, Little. High formation in the backfield. He'll drop back to pass, here comes pressure, stands in the pocket, over the middle, Aguiletto the catch. And that's a first down for Langley as the little man goes up high to bring that one down. And pulls it down to the 38-yard line, first down Langley. That's a big play after the injury timeout there for Langley as they get their best field position of the game so far. And they're on the move here as they break the huddle quickly. Belanger out to the high side. Liam Stewart to the near side. And in the slots right now. Here comes the motion. Here comes the blitz from the Raiders. Little handoff. And I think this is going to be offside on Van Island. As Carter plows ahead for about 6. There's 2 flags down by both sideline judges here. And as it looked like the Raiders wanted to bring the blitz and time up that snap count, and Little did a good job. Just delay a half a second. I think that drew the Raiders offside. Let's check the penalty flags here. There's 2 of them. Offside Vancouver Island. Well, some bad cell service down there for the official, but you get the gist. It's a offside 5-yard penalty. And I think they will take that and make it a 1st and 5 here for the Rams. Now we get to the 28-yard line for first down. Ball spotted down at the 33. As they break the huddle here with 7 minutes to play in this opening quarter. CSC TV powered by Trinidad Remax. Nick Kelly with you here for a big one from the crowd. Little parking signals, takes the snap. Fake it to Carter, look, and throw it over the top. Liam Stewart with some room. He's down to the 10. Oh, gets cut down at the 7 and knocked out of bounds right there. Good play design there from Howie Zeron. And it's a first down Langley, another injury. This time to the Raiders back at the 35, but Langley in business down to the 6.5-yard line here, and they'll have a 1st and goal as you watch Stewart get cut down right there. Out of bounds after that. 2 receivers in the vicinity there, and a good jump from the up back to let that one sail over his head into the hands of Stewart, who was on the run, and Little hit him in stride nicely. Liam Stewart really embracing the pink look here today. He's got the full sleeves, the socks going. As the injured Raider down on the field, Matthew Hill. And that 35-34 game in Nanaimo back in August, it was a game that Langley led big time, and with about 10 minutes to go, the Raiders able to string together 4 straight touchdown drives and outscore Langley 28-3 in that fourth quarter to essentially steal that win away. And talking with the Langley staff, well, actually, I was talking with the voice of the Raiders, Tom Abassi, earlier today, and he said after that game he talked with the Langley coaches and said, well, did you let that slip away? And he goes, no, sometimes you just get beat, and the Raiders just kind of put everything together in that fourth quarter, and everything they called was working. And sometimes you got to give the other team some credit, but it was a game that Langley, I still think, really should have won and let slip away. But they got a chance to get first points here this afternoon as Little takes the snap. He'll play action, look into the end zone, a high pass. As both Belanger and Coutoy were in the vicinity, but it falls incomplete, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal here from the 6. Again, they go aggressive on first down and go to the air. The run game has been so effective for Langley over the past 3-4 weeks. When you got Javon Coutoy in your lineup, you want to get him as many touches as you possibly can. And look for them to target 15 here down near the goal line. Offset eye, Carter the deep man. Here comes the snap. They will fake it, let go, pressure on the rollout is Little across his body, throws into the end zone and throws it out of bounds, incomplete as the pressure was coming from Brody Taylor, and Little did well enough just to get rid of the football. But this will bring up a field goal attempt here. And now remember, no Matthias Bueno as he is returned home back east, which means the kicking duties fall to Jaden Sheelan here for the Rams this afternoon. As this kick will come from just shy of the 15-yard line on the right hash mark. Snap and hold is good. Kick is up and kick is good. No signal from the official, but Joe Carter down on field level says it's good. I'll take his word for it. And Langley, after the turnover on Vancouver Island, drive it down to the 6, but the drive stalls there, but they do get 3. And they come away ahead in this game with 5:26 to go in this first quarter, 3-0 Rams. As the Raiders will take back to the field.
Update on the game over on the island. West Shore Rebel fighting in their matchup. Score at the half.
Joseph
West
Cross on
Shore
that Rams
21.
sideline. I do not see him right now.
31.
Interesting to see whether number 2 can continue in this football game, because he has been so dangerous coming out of the backfield. Over 400 yards on 59 rushes for Max Joseph. Here's the kick. A decent one down to the 14. Braun trying to find a hole to burst through, but it closes up quickly.
Number 80 for the
Raiders will take possession around the 26-yard line after a limited return.
The 26-yard line. Raiders will start
from Jared Braun, who's been dangerous on the kick returns this year for the Raiders, but not that time. Doug Hawking trying to fire up his guys on the Raiders sideline. As LeBerge has 2 in his backfield. I believe Rhett Williams is in there now for Vancouver Island. No, he's not. It is Goldberg again. And again, Langley quick to the ball. And wrap up. That's Blackwell, who is in the All-Star nominees running. And makes a nice tackle there at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Out to the 27 they go. 2nd and 9, Raiders.
Again, Rhett Williams. He is on that Raider sideline, but does not have his helmet on, and does have a pretty heavily wrapped Right leg down there now that I get a look at it. He is probably just dying to be in this game, but he's not. As LeBear's to throw over the middle into traffic. Oh, Claret can't come up with the interception, but it does fall incomplete as Kyle Claret went up for it, got his hands on it, but couldn't pull it down as that ball a little overthrown by LeBear. They'll bring up 3rd and long here on the Raiders, who will have to kick away. And now we'll get a look at Nicholas Hunchak, who came from the Saskatoon Hilltop program and by all accounts can just pound the football with the right leg in the punting game. Let's have a look here as he stands back at his 14-yard line.
Field position, 1st and 10.
He will graduate from junior football after this season. Nice little slice and dice there from Nicky. The ball will be spotted just ahead of the 48-yard line as the Rams break the huddle from the right hash mark. Launching to this near side. James Stewart up top. Look to his right, look to his left, crouches down, here comes the snap. Gets a pitch to Carter. He'll tuck it away in the right hand. Check out the left as he sidesteps a man down to the 45-yard line, a gain of a couple. There's still no Max Joseph in the game here, as it'll be Joe Carter Jr. to handle the carrying duties. And he's been good at that over his time here in Langley as well. And has been more prominently featured here in his final season with the Rams too. They flip the field here now as Liam Stewart on this near side, which is the short side. As it's about a 2nd and long 7, let's say. And now they got the Raiders to jump. Free play over the middle. Katoy, one-handed catch. He's got a block on the edge and forget it. 10-5 touchdown Katoy. As that barring this flag, which should be an offside call on Vancouver Island. Watch it one more time here on BCFC TV, powered by Treeland Remax. The one-handed stab catch from Javon Katoy, and then got a block from Stewart on the edge, and it was Patered after that for the big wide receiver. Watch it right here. What a catch. And not catching him from behind. Just like that, it's 9-0 Rams with the extra point to come. That is what you call talent, ladies and gentlemen. What a catch from Javon Katoy. Sheelan for the extra point. Lace is spun around in time, and that kick ends up in lane 2 here at McLeod Athletic Park. As Duncan Little with the good hard count got the Raiders to jump, and what that allowed Little to do was know that he had a free play and really zip that ball to Katoy because he didn't have to worry about the turnover. And then Javon Katoy did the rest on his own with a little bit of help from Liam Stewart, who got a block to spring him free. And a great start here for the Langley Rams, who jump out to a 10-0 lead with just under 3 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Sheelan with it teed up at the 45. We'll send it forward. Good kick here from Sheelan down to the 10. Braun on the return. Waits for blocks. Looking. Now explodes. Braun busts through. Wrapped up and taken down at the 38. Good return there from Jared Braun. Gives the Raiders decent field position.
But a nice return by the Raiders. Get them out to the 39-yard line.
They do have a score coming from out of town, and thank you for that. 31-21. Huskers lead the Rebels at halftime. Those Valley Huskers also 5-3. But Langley does have the 2 head-to-head wins against Valley, if I'm not mistaken, so far this season. So those two teams finish in a tie atop the standings. There's a good surge there from Goulburn, powers through for about 8. Langley will have the head-to-head matchup. And because these two teams finished in just a 1-point game, if Langley wins this one, they will surely get the head-to-head with the point differential as well, if I'm not mistaken. So it really all comes down to this one here today. They want that second place. They want that home playoff game. Here's LeBerge to throw. Got a man and overshot him as he had all sorts of time and room to deliver that football to Taylor Becker. And just overshot him. And after a good run on first down, the second down play goes incomplete. And the Raiders will have to kick away here from the 41-yard line. Langley trying to get sorted here. Clairot's got to get off the field and just does in time. Low snap, Hunchak. Again, perfect punt here back to Aglinetto. Brings it in at the 18. Makes one man miss. Flag comes in. And now Aglinetto goes down. I think they might get a block in the back here as well, which will back Langley up even further. But again, Hunchak just absolutely perfect punting technique there. Got the high kick, got the spiral, angled it towards the sideline, and inside the 20 as well. And he can't do it much better right there than Nicholas Hunchak. The Rebels hang tough against the Huskers, down 10 at halftime. Broncos and Sun come up later, in which the game tonight from the Apple Bowl will not have much of an effect on the standings for the winless Broncos and the first place Sun. So I don't think any of the three teams between Valley, Langley, and Vancouver Island can catch Okanagan. But this drive will start back from the 10-yard line after the penalty call. They just get the chain spotted. And here come the Rams to the line. 10-0. 75 seconds here to go in this opening quarter. Little. Again, waves Katoi off to his right shoulder. Now he'll start towards the line. Little will throw on first down, sets up the screen. It's picked off and then dropped. Oh, man. A chance to make a play there for Hardisty. Had it in his hands, and that was going to the end zone for a pick 6. And somehow just let it slip through his hands. Is that one intended for Dylan Cusker, I believe? And we have an injured Ram down on the field now. Watch the replay here. Little just got a little too much on it. And Hardisty had a read on it and somehow just dropped that football. That's a fortunate break there for Langley. As if Hardisty brings that one in, it's a cakewalk to the end zone.
Number 83,
Stewart that gets up slow. He'll limp off to the sideline as J.J. Jackson comes in. Now he gets waved back to the Langley sideline for some late instructions as he'll head back to the huddle now. We're just getting the play call coming in for J.J. Jackson. The big second down here, 2nd and 10 now for Langley, deep in their own zone. Got to be careful with this play call here if you're Howie Zarone. Soft coverage here by the Raiders. 6 in the box now. Now they'll back away. It's just a 4-man front, man-to-man. It's Little to throw on 2nd and 10. Steps up in the pocket, delivers the ball. It's a completion, and it's good enough for a first down as well. Tackled from behind and out of bounds. Again, a 2nd down specialist, Nick Aglinetto, making the reception for close to a 24-yard gain there for the wide receiver.
Rolling out to their own 34-yard line, giving themselves a little bit of breathing room.
All the way out.
Move the ball 24 yards.
34.
Aglinetto's reception, 1st and 10.
That was a big play there for Langley, who are all the way back on the 10-yard line, staring at a 2nd and 10, get a 24-yard gain. And now have a 1st and 10 here from the 34. Here's Little to throw again on 1st down. Catch is made. Aglinetto, a little slip. And tries to
Put in the flat
pull
number
ahead.
80.
He's close to another 10 yards.
To the 44, 45
Let's check the
yard line.
spot here from the officials. Langley really moving the football well here in this opening quarter, which now shows triple zeros. It is a first down, as they will flip the field here after 15 minutes of play. This is going to be the game of the week here in the BCFC, as Langley leads it after 15 minutes of play, 10-0 over the Vancouver Island Raiders, with 45 minutes to go here from McLeod Athletic Park. Kelly with you here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon from Langley. You can see the beautiful snow-capped Mount Baker off in the distance, as the wind is blowing west to east across, so from the Raiders sideline towards the Rams sideline, wind blowing pretty good down there on field level. As Langley breaks the huddle here to start quarter number 2, first and 10 from the 45-yard line. Right hash mark with 2 in the backfield. With this formation, J.J. Jackson still in there, split wide to this near side. And a flank comes in quickly, and I think this will be offside on Langley, who are across the line a little early. Actually called a time count violation, which I don't really understand how that happens on a quarter change. That should never happen on a quarter change, a time count violation. But that's exactly what did happen. And it'll be first and 15 now. Back to the 40-yard line. Play. Referee holding his arm up, now lines it as they snap the ball. It's a deep one on the seam, and it's picked off. Intercepted, and now the return on here for the Raiders. Back all the way to the 49-yard line. Nice interception there from Sean Arabisky. For the deep ball, and
number 6, Arabisky with the interception, and he'll find his way downfield.
Arabisky making the play. Get the ball back here for the Raiders on their own 50-yard line. First turnover on the day for Little and the Rams. Man, that looked like he was offside on Vancouver Island, didn't get called. Here's the handoff. Goldbarn takes a pop as he picks up 2.
58 with the tackle. That's Nick Sriracha. Bringing down number 31, Goldbarn of the Raiders.
The play, and they'll bring up another second and long here. Make it 2nd and 8 here for the Raiders as they break the huddle. LaBerge in the shotgun. 3 receivers to this near wide side. They take a 2-step drop, look over the middle, got the happy feet going. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be wrapped up and sacked, a massive sack.
Number 99.
Oh my goodness, that one goes all the way back.
He'll wrap up the Birds, and he'll bring it back for a loss. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Where they mark forward progress. They won't give him as big as a sack as I initially thought. Ball back to the 39-yard line. But a huge play there on defense for Langley. Charles Noye got to the quarterback as LaBerge had the time clock going off in his head, just didn't get rid of the football. Now what do we got going on here? Somebody just walked across the line for no reason at all. Numa just started running downfield before the snap of the football for no reason at all. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
And they'll move back 5, just beside the 35.
Really odd.
It's going to
We just started running down the field, and everybody else is just sitting on the line waiting for the snap. It's 3rd and 22. Here's the kick. Hunchak. End over end this time. Aglinetto at his own 37. Up the middle. Still on his feet. And then wrapped up at the 43 and driven down. Again, decent field position here for the Rams. We'll lead this one 10-0 with 12:47 here to go in this second quarter. Little on the offense, back out onto the field. Side of Max Joseph down there for Langley. I wonder if he gets some treatment and attention at halftime. Well, maybe they just rest their young star and let the scoreline dictate whether he comes back into this game. Here's Little on the pitch to Carter. Good surge here from Joe Carter. Picks up close to 7. As he gets the ball out to the 50-yard line. There is a flag back at the 43.
There's a flag on the play.
There's no penalty trouble early here for Langley. But they're pointing Vancouver Island's way. This might be offside on the Raiders once again. If you're Howie's around, you accept or decline this one. Bring up a 2nd and 3 or 1st and 5. Well, that solves that question right there. That's not an offside. That's a personal foul. So take the 7 yards, tack on another 15 for Langley. So I didn't get the number on that penalty call. But the ball goes down to the 44-yard line. And Langley into Raider territory once again in a 1st and 10 here with the clock running 12:15 to go. Right hash markers, they stick with this formation that they've done with the entire contest so far. I formation in the backfield. Husker and Carter. Now Carter steps up in protection. It's a throw over the middle. It's Belanger on the catch. And he'll roll ahead for close to 8.
He's brought down at around the 36.
Really, that's what is open right now for Langley. Those short crosses over the middle. They're playing real soft. Are those defensive backs and allowing Langley to kind of dink and dunk underneath here as much as they want. And they just don't want to get beat over the top here. And Langley more than happy to take those 5, 6, 7 yard crossing routes and just keep marching down the field here. 2nd and 3. Little 5-step drop, good protection over the top. Here's William Stewart with the catch. And he'll get spun down at the 19-yard line after a nice reception there. Liam Stewart has really started to step his game up over the last few weeks as well. And how about the protection up front by the big boys to give Duncan Little the time to get the football down the field. Really had a nice pocket set for him to survey the field and deliver the football. 1st and 10. Little is on the air a lot here. And now somebody jumped across the line. That'll be offside on Langley, I believe. False start, if you will. And it'll bring up 1st and 15 now for the Rams. And the officials might cutting out a little bit. Did not pick up the number. That was offside. Related, I think it was Ross Bakey. So 1st and 15.
Moving the Rams back to the 24-yard line.
Oh, the 24-yard line. Down close to the 10 for a 1st down here for Langley. Detroit in the slot, the top of your screen. Here's Little. Good protection again, holding in there, and now he'll get wrapped up and dropped back at the 25. You know what? I don't mind it from Duncan Little. If it's not there, don't try and force something. Take the sack if you got to, but keep possession of the football and live for another down here. So lose a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 16. Good time. Maybe it took a little too long to make the decision, either tuck that one away and try and run or restore the football, and taking a sack, which isn't the worst thing in the world here from this position on the field. Here's a long second down. Little. Good protection again. Slings one out to the far sideline. And Belanger couldn't adjust to the football as it falls incomplete and brings up a 3rd and long now. Field goal unit coming back out onto the field here. Sheelan 1 for 1 on the day here. But will be tested from a longer distance here, as this one will be set up from the 33-yard line. From the right hash. Aguinaldo, the holder. Sheelan from the 33-yard line. Puts a leg into it, but he hooked it and he doinked it right off the upright, and that's a dead ball.
Goes up and hits the post.
Had the leg, but right off the upright, and that's it. So no points. That's the worst case scenario. Maybe if you get the miss, you get the single at least, but when it hits the upright like that, it's a dead ball. And the Raiders will take back over here, trailing 10-0. With 9:09 to go as they get possession of the ball at the 20-yard line. LeBerge with one in the backfield will throw on first down and zips one, and it's complete. North Langley makes the reception, and only good enough for 11 and a first down.
Marking them down at the 31. That's enough to move the chains and reset the downs. First down, Raiders.
First and 10 here in Vancouver Island. And they'll play action. And nothing doing there. Into the backfield for a sack. Sky King. Another one of those all-star nominations. 55 in blue. Makes the play in the backfield and takes LeBerge down for another big Rams sack. 5-yard loss.
For the Raiders.
Brings up a 2nd and 15 now. Big play on defense coming here for Langley. With 3 on the line, now they back away. LeBerge with all day in the pocket, fires deep into coverage, and it's caught. North Rainey again. What a throw there from LeBerge. Up the Rams sideline. Over top of one defensive back in front of the other, as there was double coverage out there for Langley, but just a perfectly thrown ball to North Rainey, who went up for that one and snatched it out of the air for a big Raiders first down. Down to the Langley 52. It's Goldberg on the run. They'll pick up close to 4. Spun him short, actually 3 on that first down carry.
31 Andre Goldberg carry. Right up the middle he goes for a gain of a couple. And we got Chip Ram on the play.
Lineman takes a knee. Number 3 balls on the 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7. That's actually Sky King that was down, so maybe their best defensive player will have to come out for this big second down play here. Langley's done a nice job to get off the field, on second down. They'll need to make a play here. Quick break of the huddle here for Vancouver Island.
For the Raiders.
LeBerge quickly now, 3-step drop, looks, here comes pressure again, steps up, spins away, still LeBerge spinning and taken down after a couple of yards gained. But again, the Langley defense gets home on LeBerge, and nowhere to go with the ball for the quarterback. And I'll bring up a 3rd and long, and out comes the punt team for Vancouver Island once again.
And again, the Raiders
is a bit of a weapon for Vancouver Island, and they're never shy to kick the ball when you got Nicholas Hunchak. That's doing the punting as an eye on number 12 as he comes limping off to the Raiders sideline. Here's Hunchak trying to angle one. It'll take a bounce at the 20. Aguinetto will let it bounce again. It'll roll towards the sideline. That'll be a no yards call. Just the 5-yard variety. So tack on another 5 yards from the 19, and the Rams will start the drive from the 24-yard line. With 5:39 here to go to halftime, leading 10-0. As really it's been a well-defensive called football game so far for Langley, for Marvin Pope, who has really called the right plays at the right time here for the Rams defense so far. They've been getting their way or having their way against the Raiders offensive line so far. He gives his center a tap on the backside. He crouches down in behind. 4-man front here for the Raiders. They look to bring pressure off the edge. It's Carter up the middle. Good play call there. As they ran away from the pressure up to the 30, a late flag comes in after that play.
There's a flag.
And let's see, I think this one might go against the Raiders as well. I'm not exactly sure who this is going to be on. I think this is going to go against the Raiders. A 6-yard gain for Carter. Again, officials flagging them, talking this penalty over. Somebody threw a flag, you call the penalty, make the call, spot the football, and let's go. I don't know if you need a conference every time you throw a flag. A personal foul on Langley, an ejectional conduct call on Vancouver Island. It's a net of 5 yards, and it's 2nd down from the 30. And I think that penalty call was all wrong from the start. It should be 1st down. So we lost, or I shouldn't say we, Langley lost 5 yards. Langley took the personal foul, which is 15. Raiders took the ejectional conduct, which is 10, and now it's a 2nd and 10. I don't think that was right by any means. Here's Carter on the run. Got to make a couple of bodies miss here, and he's going to run out of real estate and out of bounds. And it'll be 3rd down here on Langley on a pretty conservative 2nd down and 10 call. And I think Langley maybe thought that was 1st down as well when they ran that play, because I don't think they're calling that play on a 2nd down call. But I think it's 2nd down now. And now they're going to say 3rd down. I don't think Langley had any idea that was a 2nd down play. And now they realize it's 3rd down and have to kick the ball. Yeah. I don't think either sideline particularly happy with the last set of penalty calls. And that was a bit of a box jump. Anyways, Javon Katoy will kick away here as he stands back at his 12. Good snap, and another skying kick here. Right near the 54, fumble. And recovered by the Raiders at the 54-yard line. That is a really tough kind of ball to catch. That spin and rotation on those Katoy punts, and special teams coach letting me know that really thought that was going to be a factor here today. Those Raider punt returners being able to catch the punts coming off the foot of Javon Katoy. And seen one handled cleanly, now we've seen one muffed. But the Raiders managed to hang on to the football, and they have it at the 54-yard line on their own side of the field. LeBears to throw. Here comes pressure again. Steps up in the pocket. Pressure coming, and he goes down below the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a couple.
LeBears bouncing around the pocket. The ball comes loose. We'll see who last touch was on the way out of bounds.
Sandu was coming in quickly.
Looked like he was knocked out of his hands by a ram.
Let's see who helped. Sandu was trailing from behind and stepping up. Make the tackle.
It's going to be second down.
That was Anthony Blackwell again wrapping up nicely. As he just flies to the football, just Blackwell. Once he commits to the ball carrier, he gets there in a hurry. We'll call it 2nd and 12 here. Clock running, 4 minutes to go to halftime. Well, there's to throw once again, over the middle this time, completion made. That's about a 16-yard gain there for the Raiders as they get it down to the Rams' 39-yard line.
The reception downfield he goes, fighting his way out to about the 39.
You can tell the Raiders have practiced that play a number of times. That was the big wide receiver Mike West on the reception. So now, right house, 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Raiders, trying to get on the board here, trailing 10-0. LeBears, hand off, nothing. Sky King met him in the hole and drives him back for a loss of 2 and gets up barking after another stop on defense for 55. Again, they stare at 2nd and long, make it 2nd and 13 now. They just converted on a 2nd and 12. Rams put 5 on the line. They bring 4. A deep ball. And that's sober everybody and incomplete. Good coverage on the plate as well from Callambay. That one was overshot. Intended for Ablett by about 5 yards. And again, they bring out the punting team. And Hunchak will kick away just inside the 55-yard line and try and pin Langley deep as J.J. Jackson goes back for this punt return. If Hunchak wants to, I think he can get this to the end zone, but I think he wants to try and angle it to the sideline here and pin Langley deep in their own zone. Jackson standing a yard deep in his own end zone here. As here comes Hunchak with the right leg. Jackson will take it at the 5. Gets it back out across the 10 to about the 13. Mission accomplished there for the Rams. And pretty good coverage downfield by the Raiders as well. And the Rams defense does the job and gets off the field as back out comes Duncan Little. With 2:29 to go here to halftime. Ball is on the 13-yard line and a long field to go here in a short amount of time for the Rams. Still no Max Joseph in the game for Langley. The sunshine on the left hash. No throw. Look out. That is a dangerous pass there from Duncan Little. And that had disaster written all over it as it was intended for Belanger, but it was closer to being intercepted than it was being caught. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Interesting play calling here from Langley. Have really kind of passed when you thought they were going to run and run when you thought they were going to pass, and has kind of kept the Raider defense off balance here, but a clear passing down now, staring at a 2nd and 10. Little, looking, look out, pump fakes. Now flips one to Carter. He's got a first down. Carter across the 30, out to the 34-yard line. A little improvisation there from Duncan Little. And then Carter did the rest. Nice job there. Patience from Duncan Little. Good hard pump fake. Watch it again here on BCFC TV on the replay. Right there, a little pump fake and a little flip to Carter. Nice hands by the running back to make the play and pick up the game. Ball to the 33. 2 minutes to go. There's Little. A hand off to Carter. He's got blocking out in front. Picks up 5, maybe 6 before being tackled. And we'll bring up a second and manageable here for Langley. Get out close to the 40. Put it on the 39. So they got to get to the 43. So we'll call it 2nd and 4. Yeah, some points here heading into halftime for Langley would be paramount. Their second quarter has been their best scoring quarter. They've struggled the most in the fourth, giving up points. Big 2nd and 4. Little get a quarterback keeper. Interesting play call there. Goes for about 2. And you wonder whether they just decided that they're going to make this 3-down territory here for Langley and go for it on 3rd down, regardless of what the gain was. But interesting play call there as they go with the quarterback sneak on a 2nd and 4. And now I think they're going to call timeout here. Well, they're going to measure. I think this will be about 1.5 yards short. This seems like a pretty ambitious measurement. Maybe I'm off. Maybe they gave him a better spot than I thought. I don't know. They will be a good yard short. It's not as long as I thought, and Canadian rules, you got to start 1 yard off the ball on the line of scrimmage. And we'll keep the offense on the field here and try and convert on a 3rd down with 1:23 to go. And try and keep this drive alive, if you will. 42, gotta get it to the 43. Here comes Little. Usually likes to go into quick count here. What do we got? I don't think the chain gang was set properly. Maybe does that throw off the Langley offensive timing? They come to the line quickly. Little usually likes to crouch down and goes right off the snap here. Long count this time, and now he lowers the head. Still on his feet. Now he's got to fall forward. He's got the first down. As he gets it out across the 45-yard line. Nice job there from the offensive line. The Hawks and Duncan Little has used the sticks with 63 seconds to go. Ball on the 45-yard. Now I think you can pretty much run anything you want here if you're Langley. Run, pass, screen, deep ball. Playbook's open here for Howie's around. 3 receivers near side. Liam Stewart on the top comes tight to the formation. Little back to pass. Lots of time in there, then got hit as he tried to throw. Ball falls incomplete. I gotta say that's not a live football. There's no way. That has got to be an incomplete pass. Arm was clearly coming forward. The ball went ahead like 15 yards. I can't imagine they're going to call this.
Incomplete, but they're going to rule it a fumble.
Now they're going to say incomplete.
No, somebody's waving, somebody's saying yes, somebody's marking the ball. Let's get the official call from the referee.
I think the head official waved it incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 10 here for Langley. That is the correct call. And now with 39 seconds to go, do they have to put time back up on the clock? Did they let the clock run after that incomplete pass on the potential return. 39 seconds showing. And they'll go with 2nd and 10 here. Well, draw play to Carter. He's got a good surge. Joe Carter across the 50. It's a first down for Langley. And now do they want to go quickly here? As they'll spot the ball down on the 50-yard line, and Langley with 31 seconds to go here inside Raider territory now. Off an excellent draw call here from Joe Carter Jr. Picking up close to 20. Now do you take a shot downfield? They do take a timeout. Over at the Rams sideline to get the play call here, and a little discussion on what they want to run. They might be in a situation where they call 2 plays in the huddle here for Little, in case they complete something over the middle and they want to go quickly. The Raiders have really been guarding against the deep ball down the sidelines here for Langley. I wonder if they keep that philosophy, or Langley wants to take what the defense is giving him and look over the middle short and maybe look for a guy to make a play or get a block here. Shot of the small aircraft coming into Langley Airport. One of the nice features you get here at a Rams home home football game. Kind of crazy. It disappears past that building. You think, is that thing going down? Is there a runway over there? Because you can't see it. I'm sure he's safe. 1st and 10, 29 seconds to go. And they'll put 2 seconds back up on the big ticker. Now he's creeping across the field here. Covering about a quarter of it right now. Will under center. And he'll drop back to throw. Lots of time. Deep over the middle. Aglinetto. Completion made down to the 30. He has been money so far today, Nick Aglinetto. And they want to go quickly here as the clock will start on the spot of the football. 25 seconds to go. Little ready to go. Clock winds. 22, 21. Snap the football at 19. Little to throw. Sideline pattern. Katoy's got it and gets out of bounds with 14 seconds to go after a 6-yard gain.
And he's wrapped out, pushed out of bounds right around the 24.
You take a shot to the end zone here on 2nd and 6, and then if not, line it up for a field goal on 3rd down, or do you try and look to get a couple of more plays in here before halftime? Got to be careful now.
Raiders.
And Langley's going to call another timeout before this big 2nd down call.
At the end of the 3rd, over on the island, it is Rebels 24, Huskers 38.
Interesting play call here for Langley, looking for more points just before halftime here. Nick Aglinetto with the key catch of the drive to keep it alive here and get them within scoring range. And he's made a number of key catches, particularly on 2nd and long. Worry about the clock. That's got 14 seconds left on it. Ball is on the 24-yard line. On the left hash mark. As the Rams break the huddle. Katoy split wide to the short high side of the field. Little will look his way. He's going to throw it up into the end zone. Double coverage out there. Katoy! Incomplete. They're going to say, oh my goodness. That looked like a catch. Oh man, I think Katoy just got ripped off. Let's watch the replay one more time. He goes up and snatches this ball. Let's watch the feed here. No question he makes the catch. Tough to see it from that angle. My goodness. That is very questionable. And you got to be in better position to make that call from that area. Langley just got a touchdown taken away. Here's Sheelan for the field goal attempt, and that one is never going to make it. It'll roll down to the 8, and they'll fall on top of it there with zeros on the clock, but a flag comes in. And we'll have to check the penalty flag here. Is it halftime, or are the Raiders going to get to run a play?
So a short field goal, same rules apply as a punt. You must give 5 yards.
I'd love to see another angle of that last catch from Javon Catoy. Not sure if we have a better angle on it than not. They rolled it incomplete, but it clearly looked like Catoy got the feet down and secured possession. But they pick up the flag, and we will go to halftime. After 30 minutes of play here from the Cloud Athletic Park. Home team up 10-0 over the Vancouver Island Raiders. Rams 10, Raiders 0. 15 minutes up on the clock. We'll take a break. We'll come back with first half stats and a preview of half number 2. Here from McLeod in Langley on BCFC TV, powered by Treeland Remax. Send me a tweet in the meantime at PXP for Sports. We'll take a 15-minute break and come back for more BCFC football. Thanks for joining us here on a Saturday afternoon. We'll talk to you in 15. Stick around.
McLeod Athletic City, and make some noise for your boys. Welcome back to the field, your Langley Rams.
Football fans, welcome back to McLeod Athletic Park here in the township of Langley. And a long discussion between the Raiders captain, the Rams captain, and the officiating crew here before the start of the second half. Raiders will get the ball to start the second half as well. First half stats coming in from Patrick. First downs, Langley 12-5. Rushing yards so heavily skewed here towards the Rams. Rushing 57-25, passing 222-88. And total yards 277-93. 6 penalties for 45 yards, 6 penalties for 40 yards for Vancouver out. This ball teed up at the 45-yard line. Sheelan set to kick away here. And Brett Williams starting to warm up on the Raiders sideline. See if he gets into the game here in the second half. Pick it off, let's play some football. Sidewinding kick down to the 15-yard line. Braun on the return. Good cut. Here's Braun who can really burn. A nice job to hang on from behind to wrap up at the 40-yard line. Braun, when he gets it in gears, maybe one of the fastest men in the BCFC. And Langley, tackler there, just hanging on for dear life. As just watch the cut right there from Braun, and then sticks it in gear, and you see the number back there, but goes for a ride, hanging on to bring down Braun as the drive will start from the 40-yard line here for Vancouver Island.
Leads his team out to the line. Shotgun.
In the shotgun, here's Braun on the out. It's a handoff for Goulburn. And maybe his best run of the afternoon so far. Goes for close to 5.
Outside, finds his way downfield out to about the 45. Gain of 5, and the play is going to be up 2nd and 5 for the Raiders.
Opening half defensively for Langley. See if they can continue that. You know the Raiders are going to come with it offensively here in the second half in this pivotal game here in week 9. It's another handoff. And it'll be good for a first down. Nice job there.
Inside, outside, back inside he goes.
For Andre Goulburn, who looked like he was going to be stopped well short, but just kept the motor going and finds his way for close to 6 to move the chains here across the 50-yard line for the Raiders. So, look out, that snap hit Braun. That's a live football, and the Rams are on top of it.
Off the carpet, number 26,
Anthony Blackwell making the calls. That snap. Braun didn't get across the formation in time unless it was a direct snap intended for. He was never looking towards the ball. That's just a late cut there from Braun. Didn't get across the formation in time. And that ball on the snap intended for LeBurge hit him. And Anthony Blackwell falls on top of the football and gets possession for Langley. 50-yard line left hash mark. Here's the pitch play to Joe Carter. Finds a seam, but good tackle down low to wrap up. Todd Campbell. Rams mascot chucking t-shirts into the crowd. Decent arm on him down there as well. They'll give Carter 2 on that first down carry.
From the 48 for the Rams.
Going to get to the 39 of the Raiders for first down. Sun almost all the way across the field in the north end now. In the shadows right now for Little as he takes a 3-step drop. Fires to the sideline. Katoy, usually sure-handed out there. Had that one slip through his fingers. I think he was going to be stopped short of the first down marker anyway. That one never really had a chance to materialize. Pretty good coverage out there as well. As it falls incomplete. Now Javon Katoy will kick away to the dangerous return man, Jared Braun, who stands back at his own 6. And we should get to field position here after coming up with the fumble recovery, but can't convert to points. There's the snap to Tut. And this one, not a great punt. They'll take a decent Rams bounce. It'll be a no yards play. Disty collected, and he'll get an extra 5 yards on the end of that play. I'm just getting a tweet coming in here from Patrick Jakubowski. And Patrick, thank you, my man. Appreciate that coming in. Hopefully I pronounced your last name wrong. I hope you're enjoying the game. Here on BCFC TV, powered by Treeland Remix. And to everybody else who's tuned in, it's just Jake Elliott with you this afternoon. As my man Justin Morissette got called off on assignment at the last minute, could not make the football game here today. So flying solo for this big marquee matchup here in Week 9. As LeBears to throw, he's got time. Now guns over the middle, completion made. And tackled down quickly enough. But not after a couple of yards for Brett Allen.
Out around the 38-yard line.
And he'll pick up
They mark him down at the 39.
the spot here.
8 on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd and 2 for the Raiders.
2nd and 2 now. Raiders trying to extend this drive here. The clock running, 11:20 here in the third quarter. It's going to be a handoff. And he's not going to get there. Sky King, Isaiah Okole on the scene. And they stop the Raiders dead in their tracks for a loss of a couple. They go with the run on 2nd and short and can't convert. Out comes the punt team once again. And man, this Rams defense over the last few weeks has really stepped up their play. I want to get you the numbers here momentarily and what they have accomplished. Here's the kick. It's a spiraler. Aglinetto takes out the 35. He'll come near sideline and wrapped up and taken down. Close to a horse collar tackle there as well. But no flag comes flying. But again, Langley will have good field position as they'll take the ball at the 49-yard line. As if you have a score from West Shore between Valley and the Rebels, don't be shy, send that my way at PXB for Sports.
Down at the Rams 49. Rams will go to work, 1st and 10.
First and 10 from the 49, right hash mark for the Rams. Offset eye. Little Joseph back in the game after going down early in the first quarter. Little counter draw there from Carter, and Raiders snuff that one out quickly. They'll lose a few. And they'll stare at a 2nd and 14 now.
Loss on the play, lose him back to the 45, 46-yard line.
Play callers here. Shotgun for the first time this afternoon. Clear out the backfield. Little pump fake. Now guns one to the sideline. Stewart trying to stay in bounds here. And forward progress will give him the 46-yard line, and he'll be a few yards short here. And I think Langley, going to risk anything, will kick away. At the last 4 games here for the Rams, they hold the Sun to 18, they hold the Huskers to 19, the Rebels and Broncos to just 3 points each. So no team has scored more than 20 against Langley in the last 4 contests, and right now with 8:45 to go in this third quarter, the Raiders sit on 0. There's Javon Catoy to kick, and this time it's a end-over-end job. It'll bounce down, take a Langley roll, down to the 20, still rolling. And an 0 yards flag will come in again, but Langley more than happy to take that to eliminate the return. And without Matthias Bueno doing the punting here, Javon Catoy getting the job done. Not exactly Picasso punting the football, but he's getting the job done. And at this level, and a pinch without a pure punter. That's all you can ask for.
6 minutes remaining over on the island.
He's a former punter in my own right.
45 for the Huskers.
Yeah, back when I was like 15, I used to punt football. Now I would be a nose tackle. Here's a 1st and 10 for the Raiders. LeBears will roll out of the pocket. Pressure coming at him from behind. He'll throw on the run. It's high. And then falls incomplete, intended for Braun.
The pass near sideline is intended for number 80. Jared Braun falls incomplete.
And that one goes for 0. It'll be 2nd. Yes, I used to punt when I was a youth football player. pace. Oh. And they had a massive growth spurt, and that was it.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. All on the 31. LeBurge with 2 in the backfield. Back away. Here's LeBurge to throw. Over the middle. It's intercepted. Stepping in front of that ball.
Number 20, Dawson Marchand.
Gonna pick up the number over there. He's gonna have a seat on the bench. Casually. That was Dawson Marchand on the pick. It's a holding call against Vancouver Island. That penalty will be declined. And another turnover here on the Raiders. As Dawson Marchand called his number 2 often this season. Just stepped in front of that ball and picked it off. From the 46-yard line of the Raiders. Just Liam Stewart in the sunshine now. And here comes the motion to the right side. It's a little trap again. This time Aguinetto on the handoff. He'll turn the corner. Oh, a shoestring tackle there. Took him down. But not before first down gain for Aguinetto, who's got to be the best Rams player on the field so far today. He's made a number of 2nd down conversion catches. He's been returning kicks. That time on the jet sweep. Went for about 12. And here we go. First and 10 now. Little. Hand off Carter. He's got a good surge by that left side of the offensive line and picks up 5. Gets inside the 30-yard line. Down to the 28. Good looking drive and works here for Langley. Now Raiders going to take a knee here, and I think they need an injury timeout. And this really seems like a timeout where you just want to stop the play more than anything. Dylan Neufeld needs some attention. We'll take a quick break here on BCFC TV, powered by Treeline Remax. We're back in a minute.
Number 94 for the Raiders, Dylan Neufeld, shaking up on the plays, up and he's off. So they mark it down for a gain of 6. It's going to be 2nd and a long 4 for the Rams.
We'll call it 2nd and 4. Here from the left hash mark. There's Little under center. Katoy across the formation. It's a handoff to Carter. He's got Cusker out on a lead block. Carter trying to break away down to the 15. Late flags come flying here. 3 of them, in fact. There's a helmet yanked off. And Joseph over on that Rams sideline kind of testing out that ankle right now. Tell he wants to come back into this game. I just don't know if his left wheel will allow him to do it or not. There's one flag down at the 15-yard line, another at the 23. And let's see what the call is here from the official. It was a good run from Carter. That had first down yardage. Shanae's used the penalty call against.
2 ready men, Raiders.
Going to go against Vancouver Island. They'll move the ball up. They'll march off 10 yards from the 15-yard line. I think they're going to put this ball down on the 5 here for Langley. No, call it the 7, so half the distance to the goal.
Either way you call it, first down, Rams.
Joe Carter let you know it's a first down Langley. First and goal now. Time they had this situation, they came away with 3. Let's see what they do here on a 1st and 10 from the 7. Coach Howie, I'm giving this one to Joe Carter Jr. And they will pitch it to Carter. Cusker out in front. Got a good blocking at the kind of attack there. Is Carter ahead for a couple.
Number 27, Joe Carter turns the
pretty good down to the
outside, fights his way down
100-yard line here, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 5 yards to go, and now
Second and goal.
you just look for Javon Katoy coming across the middle. Or maybe a little fade into the corner of the end zone and let the big man go up and get it. See what they call. Back the net out, Boulanger up to the high wide side. Stewart, Katoy, this near short side. Cusker in the backfield to throw over the middle and knocked down, incomplete. And there's some contact in the end zone as well. And it's a pass a little behind Javon Katoy. Langley will kick a field goal here after that incompletion. As they tried to go the big number 15 over the middle, like I thought they might, but the pass from Little was a little off the mark. And falls incomplete. A chance for 3 now for Sheelan and Langley, trying to make this a 13-0 score now. Still will be a 2-possession game, regardless of the make or miss here. And we got an illegal shift call on Langley as well. Didn't see a flag come in. And now they're asking, do they want to decline it and keep it 3rd down, or do they want to accept it and make it 2nd and long here? I don't want to get over the officials here, but it is good. A little questionable today. They just called an objectionable conduct call that was declined as well. Still warming up on that Raider sideline as the kick.
Kick is up, kick is through.
Kick is up and through. That one looked like it might have curled around the right upright, but they'll say field goal good. And it's now 13-0. For the Langley Rams with 4:56 to go. Here in the 3rd quarter, as the Raiders set to get the ball back here. We'll kick off from the 45. Backwards, and a flag back at the 42-yard line as well. The offside on Langley, and do they want to make him re-kick it?
Quickly downfield on the coverage.
They will make him re-kick it, and it's a good decision from Vancouver when you got Jared Braun returning kicks for you. He is a threat to break it every time he touches the football, and they're going to back him up 5 yards and make him redo it. Sheelan will kick from the 40 this time. And always a bit of an adventure after you sprint down the field once on kick coverage to have to line it up and do it again. They will kick to Braun. Takes it at his 20. Like a block in the back. Still Braun on his feet out to the 45-yard line this time. So Raiders will get an extra 15 yards from what they had last time.
And we got a shaken up round on the
stopped
play.
at the 30 last time, and now they'll get the ball out near the 45 as another injured Ram on the play. injured Ram haven't been able to pick up the number down there. And a big series really coming up here for Van Island after giving up the field goal. Now down 13-0. Haven't really threatened offensively all afternoon here. Doug Hawking and JP Callenbay having a conversation on the Raiders sideline. Not sure what that's all about. It's something you don't normally see, but once upon a time, Doug Hawking, a member of this Rams franchise in one capacity or another. I don't know if he and JP go back that far or not. It's a long conversation here between Hawking and Callenbay. Looks like a rather friendly one.
Lucas D'Souza shaking up on the play. He's up. We got a little assistance from the trainer heading off the field.
Continues. As that's Lucas D'Souza, who is up and walking gingerly off the field. Linebacker, special teams. Sideline here. Do I see Rhett Williams on the sideline? Or is he out on the field now? In fact,
Raiders
I
going to
still
work.
don't see him out there, but I did not see him on the
Timeout,
24th
first and 10,
sideline.
45.
Now
Take the Bears from shotgun.
He's been noticeably absent from this game. Here's LeBears to throw on first down. A little slant play there. There's a flag back at the 48-yard line of the Rams sideline.
Flag on the play.
And this might be coming back on a false start as West going to jump the gun a little bit. And yes, the Raiders will walk backwards, so for a successful first down play.
So let them move the Raiders back to the 40, bring a first.
I don't know what they get some fresh batteries for the referees.
Against the offense.
Trying to pick up broken English down. First and 15. And here we go. LeBears looks to this near side, a little fade pattern. It's coming and it'll fall incomplete. Oh man.
Last year's sideline intended for number 80.
That is an uncatchable ball for one.
There is a flag on the play. And a shaking of Brown on the play as well.
Now Sky King down for the Rams. Over at the 36-yard line. I did not see any contact, and that looked like a ball that was 5 yards overthrown out of bounds, and it's uncatchable. So why there's a flag flying in that area, I have no idea. But this could be a free 15 yards here for Vancouver Island. And again, Sky King, who had to leave the game earlier, will have to come out of this game once again. Joe Carter Sr. does not like the officials' call, either do the Rams Nation faithful. They'll be spotted down on the 55-yard line. Fresh set here for Vancouver Island, but still the attention back at the 36-yard line being paid to Sky King. But a costly penalty there on the Rams. We'll put the ball down on the midfield stripe right on the township flag here at McLeod. As
number 55,
shadows have completely engulfed the playing surface now as the lights have come on here at McLeod with 4:20 to go in this third quarter. With the Langley Rams leading 13-0. Both teams coming into this game at 5-3. Raiders will have the Huskers at home next week. The Rams will head up to Coquihalla to take on Kamloops in their final regular season game. And essentially, the winner of this one will get the home playoff game in a couple of weeks from now. And the question will be who will finish third, who will finish fourth. We know the Sun will finish atop the standings. have yet to get a score line out of West Shore. As here we go on a 1st and 10 for LeBerge and the Raiders. Time in the pocket, over the middle, it's picked off again. Another turnover on the Raiders. I believe that's number 4 on the afternoon. Brandon Coles on the pick this time. As they discuss another flag on the field here. That's an offside on the offensive team. That pick will stand for Coles. And at last count, 52-38 Huskers. So the Huskers are going to move to 6-3. And will take on the Raiders next week. And if this scoreline holds up here, that game becomes a doozy. Langley, we'll see if they can finish it off here. Under 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Little. The handoff, Carter. Good cut. He'll pick up 6, trying to push ahead for more. Gets stopped forward progress. Never did go down. We'll give him closer to 7 on the 1st down carry for Carter. That's the kind of production you're looking for on your initial down. And now the playbook wide open here on a 2nd and 3. You can run all sorts of different looks here. There's Little on the handoff to Carter. Sorry, my attention just got taken away a little bit. There's some action in the stands here at McLeod Athletic Park between some Rams and Raiders fans. As the rivalry is alive and well here in Langley.
3rd down and about 7 to go for the Rams. They'll roll up the punt team led by big number 15, Javon Catoy.
And while that was all going on, Carter was stopped in the backfield for a loss of a couple and brings up a punting situation here for Langley. As Catoy stands back at his 35-yard line. Braun standing at his 30-yard line. And now a whistle here before the snap. And Langley did not have enough players out on the field, so they take a timeout instead of losing 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 7 here. Shy of the 50-yard line at the 48. Really a punting situation here for Langley. And the dangerous Jared Braun stands back waiting for this one, the lone returner. We'll see what kind of kick Javon Catoy can get here. That's protection on this punt. The Raiders want to bring the block perfect. Good snap. Here's Catoy. Gets it away quickly. It's a high spiraling kick. Braun waiting for it. Brings it in at the 28 and still on his feet here. And no forward progress has been stopped. Pretty good downfield coverage once again by the Langley kick team.
Raiders will
stop him at the 34. Defense has done the job all afternoon here, and they'll have to go back to work once again, coming off a interception return. The one thing Langley has not really been able to do is make the Raiders pay for the turnovers that they have had here. They only got 3 points off of turnovers so far today. Here's LeBerge to throw on 1st down. Catch is made. And tackled quickly after a gain of 6.
Joel Clausen.
Flag down at the 53-yard line of Langley.
Oh,
Deep in their secondary. That's a 15-yard personal foul. Face masking the call.
Face mask.
And tack on 15 yards here for the Raiders. Big penalty again against Langley.
First down, Raiders.
And the ball will be placed down on the 55-yard line. On the right hash mark, LeBerge takes the snap, looks to his left, now looks to his right. Here comes pressure, wrapped up, and sacked for the third time. And the Langley Ram defense. It's Cammy Cross with his first of the afternoon. They like that one back in Newfoundland. Just busted through and wrapped up on the Bears. And yes, feed the beast. Go to work, big man. Second and 15 after the loss of 5. Actually closer to 6. Ball on the 49. Call it second and 16. Quick snap. Fake the handoff. LeBerge on the rollout. Here comes pressure from behind. Throw it down the sideline. That one's incomplete. Intended for Rainey. No flags on the play, and it's third down, and out comes the kick team for the Raiders.
Nicholas Hunchak.
Charles Noye has been wreaking havoc in the Raider backfield all afternoon long. Hasn't got home, but he has disrupted all sorts of play from Jake LeBerge. He just hasn't had the time he's normally used to in that Raider backfield. Hunchak, and this a booming kick all the way over the head of Aglianetto into the end zone. Aglianetto thinking about coming out. And he'll go down. That'll be a single. Let's see if that plays a role in the fourth quarter.
The
Raiders get on the board after a massive punt there from Nicholas Hunchak. It's 13-1, but Langley will take the ball out to the 35-yard line after the single. It's almost better there for Langley, I think. I've got to believe. Field position more important at this point than giving up the single. And Langley now probably would have taken the knee regardless whether he was tackled or not. He gets something going downfield here. We'll pitch it to Carter. Raiders trying to bust it up. Carter, good step, spin, and no gain. Tried that play a number of times at Langley this afternoon, and it's just hasn't been there for Joe Carter and company. Raiders have done a really nice job of stringing out that sweep. Well, absolutely no gain. No loss, no gain.
Second and 9 for the Rams.
Second and 10. Big play here for both teams. Last play of the third quarter coming. Barking. There's the snap. Lots of time in the pocket. Fires, and Stewart tripped up. That is unbelievable. Clearly tripped up was Liam Stewart. No flag comes flying. That's the end of the third quarter. And I'm still looking for a pass interference call. It's just not there.
Rams 13. Raiders 1.
I don't know. Guy usually just doesn't fall down while he's running for no reason. And we'll have to kick away. 45 minutes down, 15 to play. Max Joseph still trying to get loose over on that Rams sideline. Scroll down. He's scrolling back and forth from about the 40 to the 20 Right there, you see him come into your screen. Tries to convince the coaching staff that he's good to go. Brett Williams can disappear down the Raider camp. Katoy stands back at his own 20 to kick this one away to Braun. Langley's done a nice job on kick coverage all afternoon here. They're going to need to call on them again here. There's the snap. Katoy will drop it. Another skying kick. Beautiful punt here from Katoy all the way back to the 30, and Braun tripped up right there. And a limited return there, maybe 4 after the massive punt from Javon Katoy. And again, good downfield coverage. Tato Ferrero with the tackle. Calambay in on that special teams play as well. So we're into the final frame now. Langley leading by 12, 13-1. Huskers over the Rebels earlier, and Sun and Rams coming up tonight. Here's play action. LeBerge standing in, fires high. It's knocked down. Should have been picked off, but it falls incomplete. My goodness. It was a play you should make, a play you need to make, and Nathan Murray knows it. As that one was right in his hands and then fell to the turf. And that's why he plays defensive back and not wide receiver. It's true. You don't have the hands, you're going to play defense. 2nd and 10. Here's LeBerge to throw again on the out, and that's incomplete. No flags on the play, and a quick 2 and out here for Vancouver Island, and that's what the doctor ordered for the Rams. As they get the defense off the field quickly and should have decent field position coming back, as Aguinaldo will come out to return this kick from Hunchak. This Raiders offense that has been prolific has just not been able to get going here without Rhett Williams in the game all day. And having to rely on LeBerge's arm for the most part, and the Langley defense has just really done the job. Here's Aguinaldo on the return to the 50. Out to the 55 and taken down there.
He's wrapped up and brought down by the coverage, led by number 41.
The offense, which has not been as potent as it has been over the last few weeks as well. But
work from the midfield strike.
See what they can do on this drive, leading by 12 with a half a football field to Pater. Under center for Little. They hand it off. Max Joseph back in the game. He's taken down immediately for no gain. There was no blocking there for Max Joseph, and it's a rather slow. Blocking rather normally. Do we have a flag back at the 43?
Loss on the play, moves him back about a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Rams.
Or something back there. It'll be 2nd and 10 after no gain. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Big play here for the Rams offense. Can they convert? I think that has been the man on 2nd and long. Let's see what they dial up here. Little. Good protection again over the middle. It's Katoy. He's got the catch. He's starting to break away from the pack and gets down inside the 30-yard line. The biggest offensive plays of the game so far for Langley. And it comes courtesy of Javon Katoy. As he picks up 25 on the 2nd and 10. And Langley down to the 30-yard line as once he gets the ball in his hands. Look out. Another guy we have not seen today is Mohammed out of the backfield for Langley. From the 30, Little, left hash. Pitch, Joseph. Carter on the block. Joseph going to turn the corner and turn it upfield for a couple. Again, this Rams offense really trying to run wide on this Raiders defense. They've had success running off tackle, off guard. And again, Joseph on a knee after that play. And you know he wants to be in there so badly, but I think It might be time to call it an afternoon for Joseph, as you don't want to do any more damage to
Number
him.
2, Maximilian Joseph, shaking up on the plays.
With the playoffs on the horizon, Kamloops coming up next week, you can probably afford to give number 2 a rest in the final week of the regular season, should you be able to win this game. And they do have some depth at the running back position, so we'll see. It's a 2nd and 8. Got to get down to the 19 for a first down here for Langley. Set the line. Little will work out of the shotgun. They empty the backfield. Here's Little to swing it to Carter. Nice one-handed catch. Bounces off of 1 tackle, but no further. And Raiders say they have the football. It's a fumble on Carter, and it's Vancouver Island ball. There's an injured Ram down the play, too. Carter does... Goodness, he does not look conscious now. That looked like a hard hit there, and they're talking it over whether it was a completed pass or a fumble. The Raider offense is out, the Langley defense is out. And Joe Carter Jr. may be unconscious. Well, he's moving around down there now. But he did take a hard hit after spinning off the initial tackle. Tried to lower his head and might have got one right on the top of the hat. With next Joseph going down, now Joe Carter going down. It's going to be a next man up situation here at the tailback position for Langley.
Number 27, Joe Carter, shaking up on the play.
Carter gets back to his feet, gets a round of applause. And they will say it is a fumble on Langley and Vancouver Island ball. They'll take possession at the 26-yard line. 11:28 to go in this 4th quarter. 13-1 Rams. As the Raiders look to get something going on offense here. Here's the first down carry for Malone. Yeah, that's a good one. Goes for close to 9, maybe 10. Let's check the spot. Haven't got much going on the ground. That might be their best run of the afternoon. It'll be 2nd and a half a yard to go here for the Raiders. The Bears will go under center. We'll hand off. And that's a penalty call against Vancouver Island for a false start. On a 2nd and a half yard to go, they jump the gun and they're going to go back 5 here. And now stare at a 2nd and 6. Remember, back on August 18th, Langley with a massive lead in that game. It was 31-3. Before the Vancouver Island Raiders went on a 28-3 run. And win that one, steal it away 35-34, the final at Caledonia Park. 2nd and 6 now. LeBerge flushed out once again. Noye coming after him. He's got him from behind and drops LeBerge down, who felt all of that tackle for Charles Noye. Big number 99 gets home that time, and LeBerge is hurt. He can barely get to his feet. Tried to stand up and fell down, and man, oh man, if that's not concussion protocol, I do not know what is. He got driven into the turf by Noye and got up woozy. Aglinetto stands back at his 45-yard line, and a lot of concern for Jake LeBerge right now. Here's the punt. Again, it's a beauty. Aglinetto takes it at the 45, and he's wrapped up immediately. Good special teams play there from Andre Gordon.
Number 80, Nick Aguilera on the return.
Rams with the 12-point lead and 10 minutes to go now. Will take the ball just shy of the 45.
Brought down quickly by the coverage team.
He's in the backfield now with no Carter, no Joseph. A little go to the air, they fake it, they hand off to Aguinetto. They'll lower the pass, and not much, maybe a yard and a half, maybe
number 80,
two.
Nick Aguilera on an inside jet, places his way downfield, rapid brought down by number 45.
They'll pick up the number that's a tailback now. I believe that's Devin DaCosta. That's in there for Langley with Joseph and Carter now unavailable for the time being at least. Langley trying to steer this thing home here on their home field. Light's starting to take effect here at the clock. It's a 2nd and 9 from the 45. Little out of the shotgun. Look for Katoy across the middle. Yes, they will. One-handed catch. It's a first down. As his second one-handed catch for Javon Katoy. This guy is just an animal. It wasn't that well thrown of a ball from Little, but he got mixed like number 15. That is impressive. And I'm sure a few CFL teams will be looking at this guy in the near future. All across the midfield stripe now on a 1st and 10 for Langley. Clock moving. There's Little to throw on first down. He'll look deep down the sideline. Liam Stewart brings in the catch down at the 18-yard line as he steps out of bounds. What a strike from Duncan Little. Put it right in the hands of Stewart in stride. You can't throw it any better. And the Rams in business here inside the red zone of the Raiders. What a throw. On an absolute rope from Little. And right onto the fingertips of Stewart. Nobody was catching that one except number 83. DaCosta, the deep man, Cusker, the up man. Little under center. And he will hand off to, it's play action. Into the end zone it goes. It's high and incomplete. And a flag comes in for a late hit on the quarterback. Brody Taylor delivered a hit on Little after the pass was long gone. And that'll be 15. Ball's going to go down to the 3-yard line here. And if you're Langley, this is the ball game right here. You got to make the Raiders pay and convert this into a major.
$75. Get your 50-50 tickets out, folks. I will announce the winning
ticket number. And if I'm Langley, I'm handing this ball off 3 straight times. Give it to Cusker and let him fly. Let Little go after it. Under center, he'll go. Long count. It's DaCosta, to the goal line. No signal. They'll mark him down at the 1.
With the carry on the play, rattles his way down to about the 1. Here, folks, 370.
Devin DaCosta with a 2-yard gain. We'll put this ball down at the 1-yard line here. 2nd and goal.
6-8-8.
Remember, no Joseph, no Joe Carter Jr. They're down to their 3rd tailback, DaCosta.
6-8-8.
And here we go, the big 2nd and 1 from the 1. Little. He's going to keep. Flag comes in. And Little into the end zone, but what's the penalty call?
Number 10, Duncan Little, takes the ball in the end zone and gets pushed back out by the Raiders.
Touchdown, Langley.
On the far side.
Still waiting.
On the far side of the field.
I think it might be a neutral zone infraction here on Vancouver Island. It is. Penalty is declined. Touchdown, Langley. Well, a little anticlimactic, but it's 6 points nonetheless. Now 19-1. The lead is 18. What's the book say? Go for one, says Coach Howie Zeron. I wonder if the American book and the Canadian book are different as far as extra point, when to go for two, when to go for one. Those different publications? I'm not sure. Here's Sheelan, and the extra point is good. We'll check out chapters after the contest here. 20-1, the lead 19 with 7 minutes to go. And that was a big time score there from Langley, and Javon Katoy with the crucial catch to convert and keep the drive alive, and then a beautifully thrown ball from Duncan Little down the sideline to Liam Stewart. Put him in business, then the personal foul and the late hit on the quarterback, put him down on the goal line. And DaCosta to the one, and then Little with the quarterback sneak to get it in. And the neutral zone infraction declined, of course. Touchdown is good. And now Langley 7 minutes away from victory here and have held the Raiders to just a single point. Sheelan the kick. Braun at his 10. Sets up blockers. Head of steam, look out. This is dangerous. Braun still on his feet. One chance for Belanger. Not going to catch him. It's a touchdown, a 100-yarder for Braun. Been waiting and waiting and waiting, and Jared Braun is just too fast to give him that many opportunities to make a play. And it's a 100-yard return for Jared Braun for a major. It's 20-7 with the extra point to come. Well, that takes the wind out of your sails rather quickly. Jacob Normore coming out for this extra point, and the Raiders do not have enough players out on the field. And this is going to be a time count violation. This has got to be a time count violation. There's the flag. Back this one up 5 yards. Lead 13 right now, trying to knock it down to 12 with an extra point here. Still 6:40 to go, nothing decided yet. Is that touchdown return for Jared Braun? A massive play here for Vancouver Island. Trying to get the extra point. Normore.
Point after is up. Point after is good.
Pushing and shoving after the kick.
Rams 20.
The extra point is good. That's back to a 12-point lead here for Langley. So Rams will get the football back here. Just wonder where this offense for the Raiders would be if Rhett Williams had played in this game. But I'm not sure whether it's injury related or maybe discipline, team rules related, why 24 has not played here today. They've missed him. Here comes the kick. It's going to go deep. Aguiletto standing at his 15. Brings in the catch. Busts through a hole. Aguiletto 45-50 and pushed out of bounds. Good return there for Langley. Their best of the afternoon as they answer back a little bit. Good field position to start this drive from the 50-yard line. Good hole opened out there for Aguiletto. Watch there. And one man to beat. It's pushed out of bounds. The clock starts to move here with 6:30 to go. Will go under center. In the back backfield. Custer once again. 3 receivers to the high side. Stewart, the lone man, down low. It's DaCosta. Good run. Cuts. And that's a first down. Gain of 11. That's got to feel good for Kevin DaCosta. It's all good there for Langley. You get the fresh set of downs, you keep the clock moving, you're into Raider territory. And it's just one play that went for 11. Yeah, that's running up through the tackles there for Langley. They've had much more success running inside than they have outside here this afternoon. Here comes another play. It's a pitch this time to DaCosta. He's taken down for no gain. The clock does continue to run, but it's no gain. Maybe a loss of 1, in fact.
Lost a couple of the plays, but they got second and along 11.
A couple of more first downs here for Langley. It might spell the end for the Raiders, but opportunity knocks here for the Vancouver Island defense to try and get off the field on a 2nd and 11. They got to get past the 39 of the Raiders for a first down. Ball is on the 50. There's Little. He'll drop back. He'll look for Stewart. He's got the catch. He's got a first down. And he'll be dropped down at the 32-yard line. Quick slant and strike again as Little put it right on the mark for Stewart to make the play. And that'll move the sticks for Langley. Big play there for the Rams. Now you can take your time a little bit here if you're Langley. Use all of that play clock. Little to the line. Look for a handoff here to DaCosta. As they line up in the I formation, Raiders bring the pressure. It's DaCosta. Another good hole to run through. Protect the football. Down to the 10, rolling to the 8. And Langley answering back here with a really good drive after the big touchdown return from Jared Braun on the kickoff. Langley down to the 10-yard line here with the clock running and the 12-point lead. A field goal would make it 15, still a 2-score game. A touchdown might just drive the nail into the coffin. Duncan Little under center. Left hash has the punt to his right and one to his left. Crouches down. Custer relays the call to DaCosta. It's a handoff up the middle. Sifting through down to the 4.
Down they go. Middle of the field.
The clock will continue to move. It'll be 2nd and goal now. And the play of the game coming up from the 5-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 5 for the Rams.
Little gets the play call from the sideline. They break the huddle quickly. And I don't think they're quite ready. Or a little indecisive as they'll call timeout. Rams will talk it over here before a big 2nd and 5. Here if your coach Howie's the wrong. DaCosta has been effective on the ground the last couple of carries. You got a 12-point lead with 3 minutes to play. Ball on the 5-yard line. It's a 2nd and 5. Do you run? Do you pass? Do you keep it in the hands of the quarterback? A little bootleg maybe? Little has the play call, and here we go. 2nd and 5 from the 5.
The benches, 3 minutes remaining in this matchup. Rams knocking on the door. 2nd and goal.
Go from the left hash mark. Little will walk up under center. Detroit in the slot to the high wide side. Stewart in motion. Scampering along. Here's play action. It's Little on the rollout. Bootleg, a look into the end zone. He's got Stewart. Touchdown, Langley. What a play call. A naked bootleg from Duncan Little as everybody went to DaCosta. There was multiple bodies open in the end zone. And Liam Stewart, the benefactor. And that should just about do it here for the Rams. They'll make it 25-8. And we'll line up to kick one here. And that's why you call timeout in that situation. You dial up that play right there. Beautiful call. And Sheelan will put it through. And it's 26-8. And you think about it, this Raider team has a single due to a punt from Hunchak and a 100-yard kickoff return from Jared Braun for their 8 points, and that is it. This Langley defense, something to behold here today. And let's see what they do on this kickoff. I'm going to predict we're going to see a squibber up the middle. I don't think they're going to kick it anywhere near number 80. I think they're going to pound this one up the middle on the turf and take their chances on field position here and keep it out of the hands of Jared Braun. It's actually 27-8, not 26. Sheelan again will bounce it up into the up man at the 35. The Rams will cover well enough. Decent field position here for Vancouver Island, and mission accomplished. Keep it out of the hands of number 80. Keep it out of your own end zone with 2:44 to go. The Raiders score territory to give themselves a chance. Down 19. 3-score game here for the Rams. LaBerge out of the shotgun. Will throw quickly. He's got West. He'll cut it back inside and blocks in there to make the tackle. Limited game. Pretty good job once again by the Langley defense, limiting that catch and reception. Check it, it was Luke Chalk on the catch for about a 4-yard gain. Now LaBerge on the strike again, and right there, they make the play. On Chalk, knocks it out of his hands, Tyler Hill. Swatted the ball just as Chalk got it in his hands and knocked it incomplete. But with 2:27 to go, Raiders will surely go for it on 3rd down here. From their own 48-yard line on a 3rd and 6. Ball game on the line for Vancouver Island. Here's LaBerge to throw, turn, fire, completion, 1st down. Luke Chalk. Excuse me, reading the wrong roster here. That is Mike West, excuse me. Should have trusted my instincts. It happens. LaBerge to throw again, this time on 1st down over the middle. Oh, ball tipped and falls incomplete. That time intended for Rainey. Couldn't squeeze the pigskin. We'll bring up 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 2:12. Ball to 54 of Langley. LaBerge waves him ahead. The 3-step drop over the middle, incomplete. Klassen on the coverage.
That's broken up by number 5, Joel Klassen.
That's the pass intended for Albert.
The Raiders with a 3rd down and 10.
A yard ahead. And a great catch to secure that one.
Hopefully make some note of place.
Now 3rd and 10 on the Raiders. Langley looking to win their 5th game in a row. Here's LaBerge. Tipped. Oh, somehow it's caught.
Pass near side.
Put up in the air.
Nice concentration there by Ranger.
Well, might have got a hand on it.
And they'll mark her down at the 41. First and 10 for the Raiders.
Just unable to bat it down and falls into the hands of the Raiders receiver to keep the drive alive. Blitz coming over the middle, and a flag comes in late. And I'm just gonna bite my tongue on that. Rough day for the Zebras. Clairot being identified as the guilty party. Stays alive here for Vancouver with 1:56 to go. Well, there's three-step drop over the middle into traffic. This time it's intercepted. And a block party up this near sideline. Cut it back. Flag comes in way back at the 15-yard line. But the interception to Nathan Murray, who dropped one earlier, didn't drop this one. Would have been a tougher catch. Flag back at the 15-yard line. I'm sure the ball will come back, but that should essentially do it here for the Rams. Trash talking at the end of this one as well. But what a defensive performance here from Langley today. I believe that is turnover number 5. They called Devin DeCosta on unnecessary roughness on the return. I don't even think he was on the field. He was an offensive player. Langley will get backed up all the way to the 10-yard line. Start this drive with 1:44 to go. It's actually 36 on the penalty. That's Colton DeJong. First and 10 here. Hard count from Little. There comes DeCosta. Wrapped up quickly after a 4-yard gain. He's confirming that is the 5th turnover on the Raiders here today. And tough to win a football game when you're giving the ball up that many times. Mind you, Langley hasn't really made them pay for their turnovers here today, but just stalling drives and hard to garner momentum with that many turnovers. But there will be no fourth quarter collapse this time from the Langley Rams, and they are going to win their 5th game in a row and move to 6-3. And this team could easily be 8-1, maybe even 9-0. If not for some early games letting get away from them. I mean, you think that penalty-filled game where West Shore had over 200 yards in penalties in the first half, and Langley just unable to put them away. That one in Nanaimo that got away from them with a huge lead in the fourth quarter. Those two for sure. This team could easily be 8-1. But looking more and more like Langley will get a home playoff game a couple of weeks from now. They'll have to get past Kamloops next week. They did beat them 27-3 last week, so 0-8 for the Broncos, who take on the Sun tonight. Bringing a time count violation, an intentional one for Langley. And I think they just want to back up 5 yards so they can accept this punt in their end zone and take it neat. And give up the safety and kick away instead of giving the Raiders better field position. Once again, we thank everybody for tuning in to BCFC TV here tonight, powered by Treeland Remax here in Langley. As the Rams will play Kamloops next week. The Raiders will host the Huskers, who were also victorious over the Rebels earlier today. So it'll be Langley and Valley at 6-3 in a tie for second place. And now Katoy will just kill some clock off here and run out of the back of the end zone with 37 seconds to go, and now Langley will have the free kick after giving up the safety, which makes it 27-10.
Everybody clap your hands.
So Nanaimo and Valley will play next week in Nanaimo. 5-4 for the Raiders, 6-3 for the Huskers. I'll have to check and see who won the. Do you guys know who won the matchup previous between Valley and Nanaimo? Okay, so Nanaimo does have the head-to-head matchup so far against Valley. So Valley won. Okay. So that makes it even more intriguing with Nanaimo playing on their home field. Week 1, you got to go back to week 1 for that matchup between the Huskers and the Raiders. Ball in the oil, they actually elect just to take the ball at 35. The Bears on the rollout, looks downfield, he's got a man there, and Brady just dropped him. Took his eye off the football, looking to make a play before he secured it.
99, Charles Yorkin with the pressure from the backside. 2nd and 10, Raiders.
Bring up 2nd and 10 here with 29 seconds to play. There's one more week of the regular season to go and some meaningful games to be played. Just 29 seconds to go here, and they'll hand off. We'll go nowhere.
Up the middle they go, nowhere to go.
Tackle in the backfield there was Thomas Franks. And yes, it was a 33-31 victory at Valley for the Huskers to start the season way back on August 5th. Now the Raiders could very well be right back here in 2 weeks' time to take on Langley in the opening round of the playoffs. Punted away. Not a great one. Klassen reluctantly will catch that one, but does the job. And one more snap to come here before Langley can claim victory. The long ferry ride back for the Raiders this time. Langley with a little redemption. Will win this one by a final score of 27-10. As victory formation for the Rams now.
Count it down, folks. This is the last time a lot of these boys are going to play on this field.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see who the opponent will be for Langley. As they'll have to get past Kamloops to secure that home playoff game, but getting more and more like we'll have playoff football here at McLeod Athletic Park in 2 weeks' time. 0-0s take a knee. Rams win it. Their final score, 27-10. That was a well-balanced attack all around. Defense, offense, special teams. And they hold the Raiders' offense scoreless here today. Their only points coming on a single, a safety, and a kickoff return. No points from the offense today for Vancouver. That is impressive from the Rams defense. Handshakes here at McLeod. Well, Justin Morris sitting out here today, so it's just me and Jake Elliott saying thanks for watching here on BCFC TV, powered by Treeline Remax for BCFC football. Week 9 in the books for the Raiders and the Rams. We will talk to you in a couple of weeks' time, hopefully, but the Rams are up in Kamloops next week. Raiders at home to the Huskers at Caledonia Park. Once again, your final score, 27-10, Langley over Vancouver Island. Thanks to our statistician Patrick, for our media man Chris Sports. I've been Jake Elliott from Pigskin and the Gridiron. Have a good weekend, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving.